Thank you and welcome into this video. I would like to take you through how you can process invoice in Acumatica ERP. These are invoices originating from sales orders and is the one which we can create using Invoice and Memo, meaning that the invoice which originate from sales order, they originate from stock items. Whereas the one we can create using the Invoice and Memo, they are the invoices which doesn't require the valuation of stock and they originate from non-stock items. And in order to do that, we need to sign in into Acumatica. So I'm using Acumatica localhost, which is preloaded with sales dataset. So just log in as an admin. So you just need to log in using your credentials. After logging in, I need to come to where we shall start with the one which originate from sales order and then add with the one which originate from Invoice and Memo, which is the one which technically deals with non-stock items. So let me start with the one which originates from sales order. So I just come where we have sales order, then come to where we have transaction and select the sales order. After doing that, what I'm supposed to do basically, so I just give it to time to open. So I can add new record. And when I add new record, I need to select the customer. So I just select the customer as Arta is here. Then I need to enter the description of the stock. I can call it the trampoline 15 feet. Trampoline 15 feet. Then I need to add the line details. So here you can add multiple line details, but I just select one line details here for simplicity. Then after entering the line details, you notice that the unit price has pre-populated. So we have a default unit price set up for this inventory item. Then I need to enter the unit which I needed to sell. So I need to sell 45. The unit which need to be created for the sales order, they are 45 units, which has been ordered by the customer. So after doing that, after entering the 45 unit, you can either use to do a quick processing where there will be automated creation of the shipment and also the release of the invoice. But in this scenario, I would like us to create it manually so that you can be able to see it step by step what the quick processing can do. So when you create a sale orders, you need to create a shipment because you have created an order. So after creating a shipment, you need to select the shipment date. So I'll just select to use the current shipment date, which is here, which is today, and the warehouse is the wholesale warehouse. So just click OK. Then it will execute the creation of the sales order, which will be created. So you can print this sales order or you can continue and create the shipment. So let me create the shipment for this sales order. So after doing that, it is creating the shipment which we need to confirm so that we can prepare an invoice. So let me confirm the shipment. So you need to ensure that the quantity of the unit which you are shipping here, they are actual one from the one in the sales order. You need to confirm. Then let us continue and confirm the shipment. After creating the shipment, we can go ahead and prepare the invoice. So we need to prepare the invoice here. So it will just take some time to prepare the invoice which we need to release. So let me prepare this invoice. So let it prepare. Then we need to release the invoice. So let us release the invoice. So let us release the invoice. So the invoice is released as per now. So this is how you can create invoices using the sales order method. So these are the invoices which originate from stock item. So you can choose to print this invoice. So you can see this invoice has been printed here. So when this invoice is printed, you can be able to email it to your customer. So you can just click email and email this invoice to your customer. So as you can see, this invoice, there is a file attachment, and this invoice is originating from admin, from revision 2 company, sent to ap@reasync.com, which is the company which we are setting these. This is the subject, and this is the auto-generated email, as you can see, which is here, and you can click send, and the email will be sent into that company. So from that point of view, I would like us now to go ahead and create an invoice which originates from receivables or invoice and memo. You just need to come at the receivables, come to where we have invoice and memo. So this is most probably invoice which originate from the service industry or non-stock items. It can be accommodation, rent, and so on and so forth, which does not technically involve valuation of stock. So you need to add a new record. When you add a new record, so let us give a time, because we need, when you add a new record, you need to come here, and so let us give a time to open. So when we choose to add a new record, you need to come here and choose the customer. So we can choose the same customer here. When you choose the same customer, you can enter the description. See, this is the accommodation services. Then you need to check the date which is today, and the posting period. Then you need to add a record. So then you need to select the inventory. So the inventory is accommodation, hotel, and lodgings. So you need to enter the quantity. Maybe we can assume a quantity of 2 units of house, where the unit price, maybe it is $100, where we get our extended price is $200. So after doing that, you can release. And after doing that, you can choose either to pay and apply payment, and so on and so forth. But after doing that, you can also be able to do the same thing. You can be able to print this invoice and send it to the recipient who you are billing for the accommodation, and hit send. So this will create an email activity where there is a file attachment, and you can send it to the appropriate party. You can also be able to CC and BCC the relevant parties. So that is how you can process invoice in originating from sales order, and the one which originated from invoice and memo, which technically involve the billing of non-stock items. In case you have any query regarding Acumatica as an end user, you can reach me using the contact in the description. So thank you for watching.